Imam, this is your house.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
I like it here because it feels like our dargah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
There is a spirit here. It feels home. It feels like somebody is spending time. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Let us first renew our shahadat. We're asking permission from the Sahib al-Mekan, from the Sahib of this area, of this place, for permission to speak. Without any permission, we cannot speak. We're asking their support to make us to speak something that is going to benefit us and others. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, say something that is going to benefit you and others, or else keep silent. We enter into here, a big energy coming to us, because this is not just a masjid, it's a jami. A jami, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Jami, is the one who gathers people together, gathers the hearts together. In these days it's very easy to gather numbers together, but if the heart is not there, what good is it? Then you're just there for a show, isn't it? We're coming to Akhir Zaman Muslims. It's becoming like that. This is Jami. Supposed to gather people together, not to enter into a masjid like a thief and to exit like a thief. So many masjids, Wahhabi masjids, you're going, people entering last minute, quickly pray and they go out. They're not gathering. There is no barakat that is falling down that time. But here, it feels people are spending time here. People are gathering here. When people are gathering for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's a ton barakat will fall. And it's not necessary how it looks. It is necessary how Allah is looking. If Allah's tajalli is there, then the small cave, that time, the small house, pieces of stones and rocks, in the eyes of Allah and His Prophet, in the eyes of the prophets and the malaikas, it is very valuable. That's something that these Wahhabis, enemies of Islam, the friends of Shaitan, they're not understanding. And they're destroying so many things, especially in Saudi Arabia, that Holy Prophet ﷺ has touched, he has prayed, and he has blessed. And they're saying, what is this? People are going to a well to take the barakat of the water. What is this? People are going to a cave to touch, because Prophet prayed there. They're saying this is all shirk. But they themselves didn't get rid of that hidden shirk from inside of their heart. That's why they're seeing everything is a shirk. Those who have iman, they're going to find iman everywhere too. And we enter here, it feels that people are spending time here. That is important. We're not looking for big buildings, empty buildings. There is the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying in the Akhir Zaman, you will find so many masjids. And thousands may go, but only a handful of believers. Handful. We're not looking for that. We're not looking for Bayram to Bayram Muslims. We're not looking for Jummah to Jummah Muslims too. It used to be in the old days, the men, they used to gather in the masjids and greet each other in the morning for Fajr. And if you live around that area and they don't see you for Fajr, they're going to start talking to each other. They're going to say, that is a sign of a munafiq. Holy Prophet is saying, alayhi salatu wasalam. Okay, we come to Akhir Zaman. People are weaker, we understand. But we cannot take this as an excuse. At least a few people, at least the strong ones, at least the Imam, if he is there, it will still hold. The barakat will still fall, because one person, one pillar is holding the whole building. If that pillar you remove, no matter how beautiful the building is, it's going to fall. What good is that? So, Muslims, Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, my ummah in the Akhir Zaman, they're going to follow the Jews and the Christians. Step by step, they're going to follow in the Hadith Sharif. Even if they enter into a hole, there's some kind of animal, like a small animal, enters into that hole, the Jews, Christians, they enter, the Muslims, they're also going to enter. We look around now. This is a country. Alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in so many ways, He has blessed this country too. We know that. Because they were respecting and honoring the Ottomans. We know that. They were taking so much knowledge and taking so many information and how to rule their people from the Ottomans in the old times. Now it's losing its direction a little bit. Here's Zaman. It has to happen. But this is a land where Allah is sending the Muslims to come to raise the flag of Islam. We're coming here, yes, of course. We're coming here. We need to work with running away from so many problems in our own countries. But if we are stuck with just the dunya in this country, we're going to lose everything. We're going to lose everything. Because the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent us to different areas is nothing but to bring the light of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. We're not claiming anyone. I'm not claiming I'm a sheikh. We're not claiming no. But if we are living the lifestyle of the Prophet ﷺ, impossible that time people is not going to love Islam. Impossible. Because everything Prophet brought ﷺ is beautiful. Everything he brought fits into mankind. Everything he brought will only bring benefit to mankind here and hereafter. Everything in Islam is. But Muslims, we are losing that. So, it is good to come into a jami where people are gathering, the hearts are gathering, where you don't see egos rising here and there to claim, this is not my house, this is not your house, this is Allah's house. This is the house of Allah. And we are all here guests. There are some who are the caretakers. And there are some who are the caretakers who have given that responsibility. Hashim, like the Bani Hashim, at the time of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, they are the caretakers of the Kaaba. What happened when Abraha, he came to attack Mecca? Did that one stand forward and start fighting with Abraha? Abraha was a governor. He was working for the Orthodox Ethiopians, but his area of ruling was in Yemen, was in Sana'a. It's a big church they built there. Okay? And those ones in the old days, they also have some knowledge about Islam and the coming of the Prophet. He sent elephants there to attack Mecca, to attack the Kaaba, to bring it down. Why? Because people were going to the Kaaba to worship. They were not really following Islam. This is before the Prophet's birth. But the Kaaba has always been there since the time of Adam alayhi salam. The present Kaaba that we have now was built by Hazrat Ibrahim. Allahu Alam, if it's still there, because the Wahhabis, they destroy so many things. They went inside the Kaaba, they destroyed, they put Italian marble everywhere. So many things that was left untouched, they destroyed. It is our heritage. It doesn't belong to them. But Muslim leaders and Muslim alims, Muslim scholars, they're keeping quiet. They will be responsible on the day of judgment, not us. We don't have tongue. We don't have hands to change anything. But at least in our hearts, we have to say, Ya Rabbi, we don't like this. Ya Rabbi, remove them, Ya Rabbi. Bring your justice, bring your Sahibul Zaman to come to bring justice back into this world. Because everywhere now, we see everything is upside down. Abraha came with his elephants. Because he wanted to destroy Kaaba. People are going to the Kaaba to worship and to trade and to make money. Jahiliyyah time. Isn't it what is happening in Mecca now? They're building tall buildings, timeshare, hotels, malls. People are going there for shopping. You have the Kaaba there, and the hotels that is so high, which in Islam, according to Sharia, you cannot build anything taller than Kaaba. 3 stories. Who builds tall buildings? Nemrut, that Allah has put a curse on. And these are the modern day Firauns and Nemruds. They're building tall buildings that they're sleeping, sitting down on their beds, and they can see the Kaaba right in front of them. Their feet are pointing there. And they're building one big clock tower. Another sign, open sign of the Akhir Zaman. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, one of the signs of the Akhir Zaman, you're going to see the barefoot and naked Arab Bedouins from the desert. They are racing with each other, competing with each other to build tall buildings that are sharp like the teeth of a dog. And you'll see the deserts turning green. That is exactly what is happening. And those ones in authority who are connected to heavenly stations, they must know what is happening, and they must give warning to people. What warning? Are we saying to hate, to stand up, to do something, to fight? No. We're saying we must pray. We must make zikr. We must say we don't like this, Ya Rabbi. We've come to the lowest point of the faith. Ours is an ummah where we forbid that is wrong and we encourage what is good. We cannot do that anymore. Especially in America, we cannot. Our kids can just pick up the phone and say, my father is doing this. Cops come, put you there, straight. Now we are locked. The biggest faith, the best faith, is when you see something wrong and you can change it with your hands. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, if you cannot change it with your tongue, and the lowest level of faith is when you cannot change it with your tongue, at least you have to change it with your heart. We have to bring the hearts together. We've come to the lowest level of faith. Abraha came to destroy. Abdul Muttalib. Is it Abdul Muttalib, no? The grandfather of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He did not come to fight. When all the elephants that they were there and they discovered that they're going to come to attack the Kaaba, he went to Abraha, the general sitting so proudly, and he's saying, give me back my camels. He's saying to him, your camels? Aren't you the custodian of this Kaaba? Aren't you going to ask for us to stop coming to attack the Kaaba? He says, the Kaaba doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Allah. Let the owner to take care of it. The camels belong to me. So, give me back my camels. Faith he has. He knows his limits, and a man of wisdom. That the Kafirs, they're saying, the parents and grandparents of Holy Prophet, they are non-believers. Wahhabis are saying they're non-believers. Something is wrong somewhere. They tried to attack. What happened to the elephant? The elephant made sajda. The elephant bent down the knees and made sajda to the direction of the Qibla. And they start to attack more. The ababil birds came and destroyed everything, because Allah is the one who is protecting them. So, importance. It is the head. Important. It is the heart. The heart is the spirit. The Jami has to bring the hearts together. Hearts that are together, anything is possible. Rahmat and barakat will come, because Allah will make things easy. You're not there for your own ego. You're not there just to promote yourself. You are there to help others. You are there to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At that time, for a man with understanding, he's going to know. He's going to look in the faces. He's going to look around. Say, this is a nice, humble place, but different energy is coming here. We've been to so many other masjids, so big, so much. I'm happy to see calligraphy everywhere here, alhamdulillah. In those places, there's no calligraphy, because there's calligraphy everywhere in Jannat. There's calligraphy everywhere. That's why the masjid is supposed to feel like Jannat. You come and you feel that you don't want to go home. You want to spend time there. Suddenly you see, 1 hour passed, 2 hours passed, because you are somewhere else. And especially if we're in gatherings where we're remembering Allah. Allah. That gathering now, it is a garden of paradise. It's a garden of paradise. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, when you walk by the gardens of paradise to his Sahabis, he says, stay there for a while. Join them. Sit. They ask, what are the gardens of paradise, Ya Rasulullah? He says, the circles that they're gathering and they're saying Allah. They're remembering Allah. He says, I swear to you, if you say you have been to paradise and you came back, you are telling the truth. With these eyes, we cannot see. With these eyes, if it is open, the light that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to the mu'mins, if a small ray of that light that Allah has given to the mu'min is revealed in this world, 1,000 suns will be shut out to be in complete darkness. There are gatherings of light and there are gatherings of darkness. We are not claiming anything. We are just here because we have been invited. We are here because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, only the believers, they are brothers, and gather together to remember my name. You do that. Special angels, they're circling around everywhere. Right now, as we are speaking, we're waiting for Maghrib to enter. The angels, they are circling around. Not only angels, there are other creatures too. That's how we're feeling that strong energy here. They're saying something is happening. They're going around collecting others. They say, come. They're going to make zikr here. Collecting, the angels, they are coming. They're circling around. They're covering this Jamaat, this halaqah, this Jami with their wings of mercy, all the way up to Sidrat al-Muntaha. And they are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, saying, Ya Rabbi, bless this association. Bless them. Forgive them. Some angels saying, Ya Rabbi, there's some of them, they are there. They don't believe what those ones are believing. Shall we still bless them and pray for them? Allah is saying yes. They don't know. But because of the sake of those ones who are there, pray for them and bring blessings to them too. And Allah is saying, these ones who are remembering me, have they ever seen my paradise? They say, no, Ya Rabbi, they have not. What will they do if they've seen a little bit of my paradise? Say, Ya Rabbi, they will not stop remembering you until they die. Every moment, every second, they're going to remember you. If they see a slight chance of seeing the paradise, they're saying, have these ones seen the hellfire? They're saying, Ya Rabbi, it is known to you. They have not seen the hellfire. What if they've seen my hellfire? They say, Ya Rabbi, if they have seen the hellfire, they will never stop worshipping you and making zikr of you. He says, yes. They have not seen my paradise, they have not seen my hellfire, but just for the sake of remembering me, they're still continuing to do it. Make hell to be haram for them, and make Jannat to be their way. These are the circles of zikr that so many people, they are afraid of. Why they are afraid of zikr? We can understand that time if the Wahhabis, they are denying zikr. They don't like Holy Prophet ﷺ too much. They're wanting to destroy his tomb for so many decades. So, But we don't understand how Muslims are stopping zikr from happening. We don't understand that part. Especially now in a time when every day people are attacking Islam and attacking the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Isn't it more the Muslims should come together? There must be other ideas behind that. We come 24 hours away from the mountains of the Catskills down to Florida. This is like a tropical Florida. We're happy to be here. Our dargah upstate is open to anyone and everyone who wants to come. Because the dargah, now what is a dargah? It is a doorway, a threshold to the divine court of Allah. It is not because of us, it is because of the blessings of our Shaykh. It is because of the blessings of the awliya Allah. It is because of the blessings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. We never stop anyone. Doesn't matter who you are. Wahhabi, come, it's okay. Pray with us. Jew, Christian, so many came. Muslims, come. But unfortunately, there are certain places that we are looking and they're not liking too much us coming there. It's okay. We don't go to places we're not welcome. When we feel welcome, there is a barakat there. And Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, revealing to us in a hadith Qudsi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if my servants, they take one step towards me, I will take 10 steps to them. If they come to me walking, I will come to them running. And we are here. Inshallah, our intention is to fly to our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to say, we are here, Ya Rabbi. We are here to remember you and to worship you. Allah is saying in the Quran Kareem, Fazkuruni azkurkum. Remember me, and I will remember you. Us remembering Allah is one thing. Allah Azza wa Jalla remembering us. Who are we that Allah is remembering us? Allah is saying, you remember me when you are alone. I will remember you in secret too. Allah is saying, if you remember me in a group, I will remember you in a much more exalted group, a higher group, meaning the group of the archangels. How can a Muslim's heart not get soft, understanding this, the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can a Muslim's heart not want to sit and to remember Allah? That we don't understand. They remember everything. You love someone, you remember. These days, in the old days, we're putting our women away. These days, Muslims, they have pictures of their wives and they're showing to the whole world. Now worse, they have pictures of their dogs. Following not Muslims, following non-Muslims and showing, this is my dog, I love him. You have a picture and you remember. What about your Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayh. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this gathering for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. We're asking for the presence of the Holy Ones to be here. By ourselves, we cannot carry anything. By ourselves, we are no good for nothing. So many people looking at maqams. Our maqam is that toilet. That is our maqam. All the beautiful food and drinks that we take, sometimes years to grow, to prepare, everything so nicely. We're taking the most beautiful things, we're putting it through our mouth, and it's coming out to be the most disgusting thing. We must think this. Understand now that this physical body if it's not purified, it's going to turn the most beautiful thing into the most ugly thing, the dirtiest thing. We are still carrying the toilet inside. Holy Prophet ﷺ is not normal. He is pure. Everything that comes inside his body and passes out becomes more pure. There is no dirt. There's everything that comes out is a cure, and it is a pure for humankind. So many deny this. So many saying he's just a man. He is not just a man. He is a man, of course he is a man. They're saying, you're making so much salawats to him, you're starting to worship him. They say, really? We recognize Allah is our creator. And Allah himself is praising that prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna Allah al-malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allah is saying, Allah and his angels gives blessings, praising that prophet. Now he's saying, he's not saying, oh Muslims. He's not saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina Muslim. He's saying, oh you who believe, believers now. Because you may be a Muslim, but Iman has not entered into your heart. You are not a believer at that time yet. Not a believer yet. Only the believers, they're going to give praises to the Holy Prophet. As much as you want, give it. We cannot do anything that Allah is doing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does everything. We cannot imitate anything that Allah is doing. We cannot do anything that Allah is doing. Except for one thing. Giving salawats to the Prophet. That we can do. And for that, only if we are believing. We are thanking Allah. Alhamdulillah. We are here because we feel connected. We feel connected because we were close once before. We were close once before because this ummah was one ummah under one Khalifa, representing one Prophet, who is representing one Allah. That's how we became one ummah. Once this ummah says, we don't want to become one, we want to become 300 individual countries and nationalities, then you start fighting with each other. The enemies of Islam coming down from the outside, separating everyone. When we were one, under one Khalifa, all the way from Eastern Europe to Western China, to Russia in the north, and Africa in the south, all the way to Southeast Asia, everyone was giving bayat to that Khalifa. And so many of us, we are the grandchildren of the Ottomans, and especially people coming from the Balkans, the Bosnians especially, they're carrying the light of the Khilafat, and you're grandchildren of the Khalifa, grandchildren of the Khalifatul Rasul. This is in us. We feel close because we are also grandchildren of that Ottoman Khalifa. And only the believers, they are together, they are brothers. More than that, we were together in the day of Qalubala. We were sitting together when Allah is saying in the day of Alastu bi Rabbikum. Allah is saying, am I not your Lord? And we're saying, yes, you are. The day of Qalubala, the day of promises. Alhamdulillah. We were not divided. Bosnians, Pakistanis, Malaysians, Turks, Cherkess. No. We were all spirits and we were all souls. And we were together sitting next to each other. Tariqat, bringing us back to make us to remember that day. We must know who is in front of us, who are beside us, who is behind us, how close and how far away we are. Inshallah Rahman. The world will understand, inshallah. The world will understand the power of the Prophet ﷺ and the power of Islam. And what Islam comes to bring is nothing but goodness to mankind. May Allah forgive me and bless all of you for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, for the sake of our Shaykh, Sahib al-Sayyid Shabbat Rabbani. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's just a couple of words, because it is tradition just to give a little sohbat. But if anyone is wanting to say something and to add something, it's okay to listen, say something that's going to give benefit, inshallah.